They just opened this burger spot. Did we even ask him with cheese? Did he even ask?
No.
Oh yeah, it has cheese. I don't want to got a close up of that, babe.
Oh, you did?
This is crazy.
I guess I'm getting on her nerves today.
Do we have to use that arm? Can I use the other arm?
Sure.
And so today, we're gonna be telling spooky stories while we grub. So go get something to eat. Come back. And relax. Smoke a blunt. Your drug of choice. Do your drug of choice. No, this is a fucking burger right here. Fuck yeah. These are sweet potato fries, regular fat fries, and chili cheese fries. You got an egg in it.
Oh, yeah.
We got an egg in here too somewhere.
Okay.
I just tasted it right now.
Big old piece.
Oh shit, napkins. Look at my hands.
No napkins?
I think they're over there. So, we're going to be saying spooky stories, so, you know, in honor of Halloween. So, want to start like with our own individual stories? Then we'll do the ones we had, like we experienced together.
Sure.
Okay, so there was this one time at my grandma's house. My grandma was a doll collector. Like, whose grandma wasn't? Like, if your grandma was like a Mexican old grandma, she had dolls in her living room. Well, most of the time. I'm not saying all, because I know some people are gonna be like, my grandma didn't do that. Well, a lot of grandmas collected dolls, porcelain dolls, and
Hot. This was hot.
It's steaming. So, when I moved, I had to live with my grandma because I got taken away from my mom. And I was, your man's chile and my man's chile.
Yeah. Stupid.
Your man's chili compared to my man's chili. Okay, so I was always freaked out about her dolls. Like, she had a lot of dolls. And there was a story that supposedly she had more, but like they were like going missing one by one. She didn't know how.
No.
Yeah. And she kept thinking like someone was stealing them, but that supposedly the story was that my... Huh?
No.
All I heard was wah, 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 wah.
We walked away.
And supposedly, one of the ladies that used to live with her, some girl that came from she was like our housekeeper, but I think she came from Salvador, and she was poor and she didn't have a house. And my grandmother stayed with her. Supposedly she said, "What, you eating too much chili?" Okay.
These are hot.
Supposedly, squeeze some right here. Squeeze some of your chili right here.
Some?
Queef some on there. Oh yeah. So supposedly she said that she seen that motherfucker like get up and run.
Oh, I don't know.
My grandma was like, "No, don't lie," like, and she was accusing her of stealing it because it was gone. And she was like, "No, like I seen it get up." So anyways, I guess my grandma didn't want to believe it because my grandma went to church at the time. My grandma was like, no. Like, my grandma was a Christian. She was like, "No, I don't believe in that. Like, I don't believe in brujeria or anything like that." I need another napkin, babe. So me and my cousin one day we were watching this special. My grandma was not. She was out running errands with my
Halloween special?
No, it wasn't a Halloween special. It was just it was a documentary on how like they have like Jesus statues and like Virgin Mary statues, and they cry blood. Have you seen those?
Oh yeah, that's too much.
Like Jesus phenomenons and shit. Like they have statues of God that bleed. Statues of like they have this statue, and they were doing like documentaries on like going around the world and finding these statues and these pictures that cry and blood and they don't know how, or cry water. Bro,
That's it.
you're having issues. So, what's wrong?
Having issues?
Oh yeah. So, that shit was freaking us out. We were getting scared, like, and it wasn't even meant to. Can you stop pushing on the table every time you eat? It's lifting my piece up. So, what the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna try how you're eating it. How are you doing it? You're holding it down like this?
Yeah.
And then you're just going in on it, like giving it hit? Okay.
No, stop.
How are you doing it like that? Or are you doing it are you doing it like to the side?
We do it differently.
Huh? Okay, so hold on. Okay. So,
Just checking.
my cousin's like, "I'm thirsty." We were on my grandma's bed watching it. And my grandma's like, my cousin's like, she was older than me, but she was a bit scary. And she's like, "I'm thirsty. Let's go to the kitchen and get something to drink." Like, and she's like, "I don't want to go." Like, she kept saying she didn't want to go. She didn't want to pass the living room because the living room had all dolls in it. I was like, "Fuck it, I'll go," because I'm always that type of bitch. Like, fuck it, I'll do it, you know? So, I'm grabbing the drinks. I see something like move on the side of me. And I was like, what the fuck? So I turned around and my grandma had like kind of like a life-size doll. Like one of those that are kind of big. And it always had the hands up like this. And she fixed it up because it was the old doll she found. And she fixed it up, like, and she put it on a little chair. And she put a little dress on it. And she had a little wig on it. Like, she fixed it up. And so,
She gave it a name and everything?
Yuck. Oh my god, I just took a drink of yours. Ew, what is it?
It's mine? Oh, shit.
You've been drinking mine, fool? Oh, hell no.
I didn't even notice.
I have Diet Coke.
I have Dr. Doper.
And he has Dr. Deb. What did you say? Dr.
Doper.
More like Dr. Caca. That should taste like nasty.
Fuck it. It is what it is.
Okay, so.
It's Fiji, fool. Check it out. It's Fiji. See that? And what's this one right here? No
Barbecue sauce. Give me that. I'm gonna try the onion with the barbecue. So I could have sworn I seen something move on the side of my eye. I thought my cousin was fucking with me, but then I didn't say nothing because I didn't think she did it. I don't think it was her because she was too scared to even, like, she was really scared. She didn't want to use the restroom. I had to go to the restroom with her after. But anyways, I kept it to myself. I was like, nah, I'm tripping. So the special's over. We're tripping. I'm like, oh my god, that's crazy. I'm like, fuck, we were scared. We were getting chilled. Like, we were scared. So my cousin, I guess, had got over it. And she's in the kitchen. I'm still laying on the bed. She goes to the kitchen. And she's like, let's change it to something, like, so we don't be scared. So we changed it to, like, a novela or something. And we're like, whatever. You know, we're kind of getting over it. I'm laying on the bed. She comes fucking running from the kitchen. Oh, like, I'm like, what the fuck? What? And she's like, I seen a doll move. I seen the doll move. That she's seen the doll move. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, that's what I fucking seen earlier too. She's like, yeah, I seen the doll's hands move. So the doll's hands were like always like this. Tell me why the doll's hands are fucking straight when we looked at the doll. The doll's hands were like this, and I go, oh my god. And like from the bed, I could see, like, we could see through the kitchen. And I know she was like right here, she's in the corner. So I know she didn't move it. I seen her. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, oh shit, like, what the fuck? So then we told my grandma when we came back, and my grandma put the doll in a plastic bag and put it in the closet.
I would have burned it.
Yeah, I know. Shit. We're like, shit,
What
the
would you
fuck? Oh, so then tell me.
I'll give it to somebody.
Oh my god, that shit was scary though.
Nah, I wouldn't.
You're scared as fuck.
Throw that shit down a well.
We were on the bed scared as fuck. Okay, so then tell me when my brother, maybe it was my brother that did it, but my brother was in the room the whole time, but he was asleep. Because he used to play football, and he used to always be tired when he'd come home from school. Yeah, football practice and shit. He comes out, and we're on the bed scared as fuck. And he's like, he scares us, he's like, Jesus! He's like, Jesus! All loud. We fucking scream. We scream all loud. Anyways, yeah. So tell them how you seen the Llorona, babe.
Wow.
He has scarier stories than me.
I was probably. All I know is if you go up in the Halloween.
Babe,
You know,
what was
if you go
that?
up in the Halloween
Did you
season
guys
of
just
it-
understand what he said? Move your
Yeah.
hand out of your mouth and say it again. Because all I heard was,
I'll tell.
"Ugh." Say it again.
Alright. I know is if you grew up in the 90s, Halloween, it was the shit. Right?
What
Well,
was the shit? The Llorona?
Growing up in the 90s and shit, Halloween.
I believed him when he told me the story.
Parents didn't give a fuck. They
I
didn't
really
fuck
believed
about.
him when he told me the story because...
But, yeah, one time, I was staying, I don't know what the hell I was doing, but I was at my
I
Tia's.
don't know what the hell.
I don't know what the fuck. It was nighttime, so I knew.
He was a little boy.
I was little. I was at my Tia's house. and she passed away already. Rest in peace and everything.
Maybe it was your tia.
Patsy. No, it was a long time ago. My cousins were even still alive, but
you said your tia Patsy died then.
Yeah, she died in 2009, but this was a long time ago. This was like.
Oh, okay,
Like
okay. I get you now.
Like 95 or 96 or some shit, but I was little. As far as I can remember. Sorry. But it was late night, and I remember they had left all the kids, like, oh, we're all going out, the parents are leaving, so they just left all the fucking kids alone, like, whatever, you know? Leave them, fuck them.
How old were you? Like 7?
I think like
8, 9, 10, 11?
One of those, I don't know. But
so all the parents
everybody was like doing their thing and watching movies. I'm kind of like a 2-story house, so people were doing their things. I was the littlest one, of course, like I always am. I'm just strolling around. I have energy in the nighttime. I'm like, I don't want to go outside. And everybody's like, you're fucking stupid. Stay inside.
Fucking stupid. See, they knew.
So whatever. I'm going outside. I remember they had a German Shepherd. A big old German Shepherd. His name was... It was a girl. Her name was... Oh, whatever the fuck her name was. It was a big German Shepherd, though. I was chilling with her, and I remember I was looking down the alley. Looking up. It was in the hood, so... It was a dark alley. I was just looking down, looking up, like whatever. Bored. Kick the fucking rock or something. I don't know. I'm walking back. I look towards the pool area, right? And I'm like, they had this pool. I don't know, whatever. I walk around the pool. I'm looking at it. They had a bunch of trees. Oh yeah, they have an avocado tree. Big avocado tree. And I looked up at it, and there was a smaller tree next to it. But I looked at the avocado tree, and in the corner of my eye, I seen something white. And I was kind of like, what the fuck? Looking, focusing, and I started hearing crying, you know, like, crying, like, I felt my heart sink, like, oh shit, what the fuck? I started looking closer, and there was a lady in the tree. I was like, what the fuck? I was tripped the fuck out. I was looking like, oh shit, like, wow, like, is it me? What the fuck? So, I just stood there. I
said that he froze, like he didn't know what to do.
I was like, what the fuck? Just staring, like, oh shit, and then I just seen her, you know, her hands like this, but like in a white dress, like one of those, you know.
And he said that the tree wasn't like, it wasn't like a tall tree. It was like,
it was short.
It was a short, small tree, and like he wasn't too far away. It
was about a good like 9 feet tall tree, and it was pretty thick though. And we always used to play in that tree, you know, like we used to play in that tree. Like, bitch, that's our tree. Get out of it. But I seen a lady, and she was like this, and like.
And she looked like a real lady. Did she look like a real lady, or did you say she was transparent?
Like barely a little bit. What was transparent was the dress. Her dress was like transparent, but her face you could see clearly, and it was just, you know, a lady, an older lady, like fuck, I don't know. She, you know, had thin eyebrows and just black hair.
See her eyebrows?
I remember her face and everything, like.
Crazy.
I could remember her face, and I'm just looking at her.
He told me this story like a couple years after we were together. Like he was telling me like. He told me he seen like a ghost. Like I guess we were telling ghost stories like to each other.
One of those nights.
Oh, okay, so let's tell them what happened to us when we were in the Momo.
Oh fuck!
If y'all don't know what a Momo is, it's just like a motel.
But before that, I just ran. I left the bitch alone. I was like, I went to go tell everybody. They were like, shut the fuck up, you're stupid. I was like, there's a bitch outside.
They told her, shut the fuck up, there's a hole outside.
The fuck wrong with you?
There's a hole in the tree.
Yeah, believe me, I was like, we gotta get this bitch out of the tree.
Hey, you know what, low key, probably like someone killed himself on that tree.
I don't know, but I still could remember it vividly. I could go back to that scenery and feel what I felt. It was a trip.
Well, how did you feel?
Fucking just shocked. Like, just shocked. Like, I lost my breath. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Is there really a lady right there? Like, what the fuck? I don't know. It was crazy, but yeah. But one time we were at a Momo.
We were at a Momo.
We were at a hotel, motel, Holiday Inn.
And then so we got a Momo, and
But we just went to party though. Like, yeah, we partied. We had one with the pool. It was with the pool.
Yeah, it was like a little ghetto ass motel, and they were mad cool, and they had a pool and everything. Like, it was a really fucking cool ass motel. Like, they would let us party, would kick it by the pool, drink by the pool, and all that shit. It wasn't like a luxurious hotel. It was like a fucking ghetto ass hotel. Like, grimy ass hotel. Hood with it. And so, the hotel has, the way you get into the room is that you get in from like the outside, like the parking lot. It's not like a hotel. It's a different type of hotel. Like, it's crazy. Like, there's a room to go in. You go in the room, but it's on like, you park and it's in the parking lot and the doors are in the parking lot. Like, so you park your car, you get out your car, and the door's right there. And, like, there's different doors. And then once you get inside the door, you get inside the room, and you go through the room. There's a big sliding door, and then you could go into, like, the court, like, inside the courtyard.
The doors are open, though. Like, the doors are open, so you could walk through the whole and look at the room. Yeah. And go to the office.
Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy.
You can pick your room, too.
Yeah, you can pick your room. Hey, we want that. But anyway, so, it has a sliding door and a room door. But then, like, if you look through the sliding door, if you open the glass, you could see to the pool. Anyways, so we were all there. We barely getting settled in. Everybody was barely getting settled in. It was me, him, and like 5 of your homies, right?
Yeah, they went to the store and shit.
They're like, okay, we're in the hotel. Let's go get beer and shit. And then so we're like, oh, we're going to stay behind because we wanted to do a little something. Like, we wanted to get frisky before all the foods came back because then we wouldn't have alone time. So, like, we were on the bed and...
I kicked my brothers out.
Yeah, like, so they left. And the door, once the door closes, you have to have the key to open it because it's like, you know, that's the way hotel rooms are. You can't get back in unless you have the key. So we made sure they left. We obviously made sure they left. Everybody was gone. The door was closed. I checked the door. The door was locked. So we jumped on the bed and we started like making out and shit. So we're making out, fooling around. Like, I'm on top of him. Like, we're tickling each other, you know, a little foreplay. And then we start kissing each other. I get on top of him. And like, I'm like, you know, on top of him. And I'm like, kissing you, huh? I'm like kissing him and he's like, you know, making his cute little puppy dog face. And then we hear like, what do we hear? We heard like, dumb. We heard like a fucking, like a cabinet. Like, we heard like the cabinet.
It was a fucking door, wasn't it?
No, we heard the cabinet first, remember? Remember we were like okay, cause.
Oh, it was. I think it was in the restroom. The cabinet thing opened, didn't it? Or I
don't know what cabinet it was, but we heard something and we stopped. We heard something and then we were like, honestly, to me, it sounded like, because there was like a closet behind the door. It sounded like the closet opened. And then I'm like, what the fuck was that? So we look and it was nothing. And we're like, okay, so we're like, we're just tripping maybe, you know? So we start like going to kiss again and like start making out. And then we hear the fucking restroom fucking, water go on blast, huh, babe? And we're like, what the fuck? And we hear like, shh. And then we hear like footsteps. And then we hear the door open. And then the door close.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, it was a trip. Like, someone turned on the thing.
Washed their hands.
And it sounded like someone was like...
Yeah, like washing their hands.
Squishing in the water, too. And we're looking at each other. And the whole time we're like, our eyes just got big. And we're like... And then we're hearing it, though, at the same time.
We were looking, we're like...
Oh, I can't do it.
I could get a character. Okay. No, but we were just like, Cause the reason why.
But we're just looking at each other and we're hearing it, looking at each other at the same time.
Looking at each other, and the reason why
it's happening.
No, while it's happening, I have chills because I just fucking got up and checked the door, and I just got up. I checked the door twice, and when we heard the first noise, I checked again to make sure no one was in there. And there wasn't a lot of places you could hide. There was the restroom, a cabinet, like a closet cabinet, which I looked in just in case, because I thought maybe it was someone was fucking us. Fucking. What the fuck, fool? I mean, make sure nobody was fucking with us, because his homies are fucking, like that.
No, but when it happened, it was like we just like we heard the water, we heard the footsteps, then we heard the door open, and we're like, and right away, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, fool?
Yeah, he was like, hey, fool, like,
what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, I look, and the door's wide open, and I'm just like, I look at her, and I'm just like,
there's nobody
what
here.
the fuck? And then I go in the restroom, and the water's on.
The water was on full blast.
And I was just like, what the fuck? I turned it off right away, and I looked out the door. So I looked out the door and looked down the pathway, to leave and shit. Mm-hmm. There's no one right there, and there's not even, the homies ain't even right there. I'm like, what the fuck? So we walked in and closed the door.
We were just like sitting on the bed, like just like,
that shit was
we were
crazy.
just like, what the fuck, babe? Like, what the fuck?
And then that motherfucker too, I think it was like 2 nights we stood there, right? Some fool right there was telling us about a story that some fool committed suicide because his lady died, that she had the baby in the room, and she died and the baby died, and he committed suicide. I'm like, what the fuck are you telling us that shit? What the fuck?
The next day, some other people that were like staying in the next room were saying that there was a story, because we kept telling everybody what happened to us, because we have fucking big mouths. We're like, you don't know what the fuck happened to us last night. Like, oh shit. When his homies came back, we were like, you guys, you don't know what happened. They were like, oh fuck that, I ain't staying here. They didn't want to spend the night there. Like, we ended up spending the night there, but they didn't want to. But the next morning when we woke up, there was this fucking fool right there, and he was like, hey, yeah, that's supposedly some fucking girl had the baby in the room, and the baby died, and the baby died, and she started bleeding, and the guy just left the girl in there, he didn't even call the ambulance or something like that. Like, she died in the room. Like, I guess they didn't have health insurance or whatever. She had the baby, she started bleeding, she hemorrhaged to death, and then he killed himself. So they all died in that room. Oh my god, I feel like crying saying that story. Like, oh my god, that was so fucking scary.
I was like, why would you tell me that shit, fool?
Why would you tell me that shit, fool?
Dude, this shit just great.
But we legit, like, when I heard that, I thought I was gonna, like, the bed was this way, the door and the restroom were this way.
I'm talking about the little shiny one that I have, remember?
Oh.
Okay, there's another one.
Wait, let me grab a drink and then we'll come back. Okay, so.
Wow, what is it shiny? It happened to me. I think I was like 14, 15 years old. I remember because I was into graffiti, right? We had the train tracks in the hood, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, train tracks. That's where you
let me interfere real quick.
Go ahead. What's up?
The thing about his hood is that I lived there. I lived there for a couple of months, and I was around there. You could just feel the evil spirits lurking in that city. Like, that city is just full of evil. Like, you could just feel it. Like, everybody is mad about something. Everybody has a grudge about something. Everybody's doing bad. Everybody's just sad. Like, it was just so sad living there. And when I moved out of there, like, and I moved, we moved to Whittier, I felt like a weight was lifted off, like a cloud was lifted off. And I had a lot of people telling me, like, yeah, that city of El Sereno, like, there's a lot of fucking evil spirits there. And I have a feeling that's why you've seen a lot of shit, because, like, a lot of ghosts and experience a lot of shit there, because it was just, like, there's just a lot of evil spirits in that city. So just...
Well, I could say, like, I could drive down that motherfucker and like I say every couple blocks or so, there I could be like, oh, like homie died right there.
Someone died there. Someone died there.
Homie
like
died there. Homie died here. Homie died here. Like
a lot of death, I guess.
It's just a lot of death everywhere. But let's see. Oh yeah, I went tagging because I was like, oh, it was a foggy night. I remember it was foggy, and it was like the same time around October, November, or something like that. I went. It was foggy. I seen all the clouds fall, and I was like, "Ooh, it's the best time right now. Like I could climb shit. I'll be in the clouds." You know what I mean? So I went towards the train tracks, and it was probably like 2, 3 in the morning. Nobody out there, just me. Fuck it, solo. Rolling. I'm walking. I have a backpack full of cans. I'm taking and shit. I'm walking, and remember it was like, cause in our hood, like we have the train tracks that, you know, once you cross them, then you're out of the hood and you're in the neighborhood, you know, a different neighborhood or whatever, you know, just the train tracks separate shit. So I'm walking down the tracks like on the sidewalk though, and there's industrial and there's graffiti in there, but I haven't even gotten into the tracks yet. I was catching spots outside. So before I went in, I'm going and I hear gring, gring, you know, like one of those little bells and shit.
Like a little bike bell.
Yeah, a little bike bell, and I'm like, I just stop and look around. Like, what the fuck? I hear it again. What the fuck? And I hear it louder. Gring, gring. I was just like, what the fuck?
And it was foggy. Did you tell me it was
foggy? Yeah, I was just like, I couldn't see, like,
it was foggy.
From here to there, you couldn't fucking see nothing. It was just like, you just felt